Hey, it's street racing.
There we go.
Okay, we don't measure 400 meters on the street and say, right, let's race.
There's no time.
If you pull up next to me on race and drive, I'm gonna dice you.
Big buying brand new cars, taking it for a downpipe and software and you sit there on the line, brrr, boop, and off you go. I'm taking it back to where we started.
Right. Am I gonna fight with you on the roads?
I don't mind.
All right, let's see.
I don't mind.
Let's see.
Good afternoon, everybody. And today I'm sitting here with someone that I needed to talk to for a long time, someone that's had such a lot of input. He's done so much for the sport. Before I even cross over to him, it's like I first have to thank him for what he's done for our sport for all these years. People don't understand how hard it is to be able to put on these events, take everyone's shit. That's the sweetest word I can use, is take everybody's shit and be happy, eat humble pie, make everyone happy and make it work. Make it work. Why? For the sport. I have Mr. Nazeer Loonat, Mr. Race SA himself, sitting here with me today. And Nazeer, what you've done for the sport was huge, is huge. I'm never going to let you get out of it. You're in trouble while you're sitting there. You actually don't know why you're sitting there. So, but thank you from my side and from everyone that did appreciate what you've done. Thank you very much.
Only a pleasure.
We
do it because we love it.
That's all. That's why I sit here every day talking to people, doing what I do. It's because we love the sport.
Absolutely.
I can't let you leave the sport. Sorry for you.
No, we did. Yeah, okay.
We'll talk about the finer details later.
I guess no is not an option. But no, we did. When you did your interview in Cape Town on Cape Town,
yeah.
I told you I also want to enjoy it a bit, so I'm gonna enter a car, and I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna have fun because a lot of what I had to do with my decision was the fact that people stopped having fun. It just became too serious.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't care if you beat me. I'm going to out-launch you, come back to when we're sitting in the pits, and I'm going to tease you. I'm going to guara you. That's the fun of it. And then we're going to argue and squeal over a chop and a coke and carry on.
Right, let's get to why you're here now. Right. So, as you know, I'm hosting the fastest street 4-cylinder car in South Africa. There's going to be TV coverage. I'm going to be going out to, I've already actually made plans. Next week I'm going out to a few workshops already.
Okay.
Going to interview guys that's going to be entering. And I need to expose all our guys. Where did we start, Nazeer? In workshops at home.
Correct.
We forgot about all those oaks that's spinning hard on their cars. Now we're all in the big, buying brand new cars, taking it for a downpipe and software and you sit there on the line, brrr, boop, and off you go. I'm taking it back to where we started.
Correct.
Stick shift, no automatics, 2-wheel drive. I'm making it 300 meters because 400 the speeds are getting too high today, right? That's my one reason for it. My other reason for that is...
Hey, it's street racing.
There we go.
Okay, we don't measure 400 meters on the street and say, right, let's race.
There's no time.
If you pull up next to me on race and drive.
Nice car. What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
Smoke.
I'm gonna dice you.
Exactly, that's the thing.
You know what, even if it's in my X5 in your Ranger, but because we know one another, we're gonna dice.
That's right. And we're not going to say, okay, the third robot is 400 meters. No. We stop where the robot says stop.
100%.
And that's my idea of the whole thing, right? It's a street race. It must be on virgin tar. 10-second burnout, 30 seconds to the line, heads up racing. My first round, when the first half get knocked out, I'm going to let them challenge each other again on that same day.
Okay.
And the top 4 of that will join the winners again. Just giving someone a chance if you just had bad luck.
So what you're saying is, everybody will come in as competitors on
Right.
the day, race.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever's in is in. Whoever is out forms another group.
That's it.
That group then challenges each other for top 4.
That's right.
Brilliant.
Top 4, bring them back to the winners.
Brilliant.
Then
What
we
happens-
race.
What happens to the guys that didn't qualify there and they want to go and qualify at our next event?
You know, I'm giving it so much consideration that if I'm hosting now the Joburg event, I don't know how I will stop anyone if they fell out in Joburg and they join Cape Town.
So here's my thing. I don't think you should stop anyone. And I'll tell you why. If that man is making the effort to take his streetcar to Cape Town because he feels he's got a better chance in Cape Town, for whatever reason, I think you should allow him to do it. He's making the effort.
You see, that's where I was sitting on the fence and now you're giving me some direction
He's
with
not
that.
asking you, hey, listen, I want to qualify. Can we make a plan? Or there's no plans. If the man is making the effort to come, you've got to give him a fair chance. He's spending the money to go and qualify in another province. Let him qualify.
You see, you come with professional racing. Your racing is professional. I'm doing professional racing. For me to get street racing up there again, I have to speak to the street racers. And with the rules that I've now imposed, normal aspirated,
Okay.
205 15-inch semi-slicks. Either a Bridgestone, a Dunlop or a Toyo.
Okay.
You can't come with a Hoosier with a thin lines
street
in it
tire.
or whatever.
If they want to race with a street
You
tire.
can come with a street tire as long as it's a
Yeah.
proper groove tire.
Right.
It has to be a groove tire.
So let's just clarify, because there's a fine line between this. We're going to say dot-approved tire.
Right?
Now you get your Hoosier or your Cheetah Slick, which is grooved as well, but it's a soft compound.
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
No.
It's simple, yes
Absolutely no.
Right.
That is why I'm thinking 3 tire choices. Bridgestone, Toyo or Dunlop.
or no? Or standard street tire.
Or standard street tire. Stock street tire.
Right. Am I going to fight with you on the roads?
I don't mind.
All right, let's see.
I don't mind.
Let's see.
I don't mind. No, there's not much rules. I'm saying it must be a street car. Must have seats in it. It must have door panels in it. It must have its glass in it. If I look at the car and I bring a policeman there and he looks at the car and he says, this is a roadworthy car, it will pass roadworthy, that car will be eligible for the race.
All right.
There'll be a weight limit. Not a weight limit, sorry. Whatever, if you look at a license of a car and it says the car should weigh 1,200 kilos, I'm giving leeway of 50 kilos.
Okay.
So you can go up to 50 kilos lighter. Heavier, I don't care. Do whatever the hell you want to
Yeah.
do. It's not my
Yeah.
problem. But lighter, you got only 50 kilos.
Okay.
No chase is a race. That's the biggest load of bullshit. That's trickery. In my books, that's trickery. Chase is a race.
When you say chase is a race, people perceive it very differently. The one perception is that if you bog or whatever, okay, right, fine, you're out. And that's it, you can't go and chase him. You know, the onus is on you. Maybe you got enough horsepower to go and catch him. So that's the one chase is the race. The other chase is the race is, well, dude, if you're slipping, you lost the race. So
Now,
what do you do?
my definition of chase is a race is if that robot didn't go green for you and you jumped already.
No, if you jump, you're out.
You're out.
It's simple.
That's-
red light, you're out.
Yeah, red light, you're
Cross
out.
the center line, you're out.
That's it. Center line is for safety.
Simple as that.
Just say I have to use a drag strip because we can't find a decent road. I wouldn't run it off the start line.
You'd run it past the start.
I'll run it 40 meters off where
Past
they
the
track
60
by.
foot.
Yeah, after the 60 foot, I'll run it there to keep it
Yeah.
fair. Because a lot of oaks with
But
big
remember,
horsepower.
But remember, if you keep it on the start line with no prep, okay, the track condition is the same for everybody.
But the but is there is rubber down there on the
Yes,
start line.
yes.
So it will help the high powered cars
No,
more
sure.
than it will help a normal street car. So a guy with 400 horsepower against a guy with 200, the guy with 400 will have an advantage.
I'm gonna beg to differ on that one, because the guy with 400 with no higher horsepower is so nervous because he wants to get out there and get in front, and there's a possibility that he could overpower his car out the line. And
That could happen.
But on a virgin surface, it would make no difference. If he overpowers his car, that's his problem.
Now, don't you see what I'm doing is the guys, I don't want to say with money or anything. I want to say the guys that developed their cars so much over the years, it will bring them to reverse a bit. And that's more difficult than going forward.
You know and I know, when you're in racing, you start here and you end there, right? And through this progression, you're turning up the boost and you're turning up the boost and
you never have enough.
You're looking for more power, you're looking for horsepower all the time. Now you got to bring it back.
Yeah.
Because now you got to adjust to that surface.
That's it.
So it's going to be interesting.
Now, look at a guy with a big 40 grand turbo. That thing spools up only on hectic revs and all that. Hectic revs on a virgin road is not going to help.
It's a problem.
Now he's going to bog it. He's not going to get it going.
100%.
So the guys with the street cars that sorted out for the street, they got the best advantage here.
Or the guys with the big turbos in it must do what they need to do if they want to be a part of this competition and earn some moolah.
You know, the mullah at the end, okay?
It's a cherry on the top.
It's the cherry on the top. But I think the TV coverage that I'm going to give to everyone, I think that's going to be way more than everything else.
Absolutely.
I'm putting 100K up there for the winner. One winner. Finish. Second place is the first loser in my books.
Absolutely.
So I don't never aim for second place. I'm the Murin when I get second place, believe me.
We don't like to lose.
So the two classes, NA and boosted. Boosted, you can come with what you have. Nitrous, turbo, put whatever the hell you want to put.
It's an open class.
It's open class, but 4-cylinder, two-wheel drive.
Right.
My reason...
So let's just confirm. No four-wheel drive.
No four-wheel drives.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The reason also behind me saying front-wheel, rear-wheel drive all together, the way guys' cars are sorted out today, Nazeer, it's only when the rear-wheel drive's got proper link suspensions and shit in there, does it become a difference.
So here's a question. Guy comes with his street car, got a four-link suspension.
He's going home.
Okay.
He's going home.
So
If you come there with a 1400 bakkie, and it's got a 4 or 5 link suspension in the back, you're going home.
Okay, you're going to sit in the stands and watch.
Yeah, you're going to watch. Yeah, you're going to admire your car there all day.
Because we need to clarify all of that.
Shocks open. You can have the best shocks in your car, doesn't matter. No wheelie bars, no... That little traction, what do you call that little things under the 1400 bakkies when they got their leaf blades still in it?
Yeah.
That track bars, that's fine. That's because it comes forward.
Correct.
That little thing.
That thing with the rubber stop.
Old style. I had that. But you know what?
I remember.
Do you know what? My 1400 bakkie had that on, and I ran a 10.5.
Didn't you run a 1400 bakkie at Kilani also?
Yes, I ran a 10.5 there.
Was it a 10.5 there? Okay.
Yeah. Me and what's his name? Niaz. He bought my Corolla, and we just every time he does a 10.9, I do a 10.8. He does a 10.8, I do a 10.7.
Yeah.
Eventually, he just told me, foot sack. Then, this is something you actually told me, and I kept it in the back of my mind, and I done a bit of investigation on it. 2010 is the newest model you can come with. So 2010 and below qualifies for this race.
Okay, I think lower. What happens? So your Golf R's, where do they fall in?
They 2014, 15.
Audi S3.
It's four-wheel drive.
So they're not allowed?
No.
Okay.
No.
As we grow, we'll incorporate them.
Because you still get a Golf 1.
Yeah.
It's a 2010 model. The
Yeah,
last
you're
time it was made in 2010.
You're right.
So there's so many oaks with Golf 1s. I don't want to be going checking all the year models.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Okay.
2010 was the last VW Golf 1. We cap it there. The 7Rs and the 6Rs and all those Golfs that came out, that was really fast. They came in 4-wheel drive and they came out 2015 and
So
up.
Golf 5, Golf 6 GTI, no problem.
No problem, as long as it's 2-wheel drive.
Cool.
As long as it's 2-wheel drive.
All right.
What else is there? Nothing. Do you know what
Simple.
else is short? You know what is short? My bloody entry list. I'm finalizing my entry list, but my entry list has to come with my rules. So with me finalizing my rules, I don't care about the road. I will have the road. You got to work with me on that.
We need to get a rule pack, a simple rule pack in place. Okay? With inquiries for the entry list, for the entries. Obviously the guys need to know when and where. Okay? So next question, is there an entry fee?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
So if we're doing this, then let's try and give them as much information as possible.
Your entry fee is your entry fee. What I've worked out in my head is the entry fee is not coming to me actually at the end of the day. My entry fee is going to pay for TV cover, it's going to pay for the grand finals money, it's going to pay for all that. Your final, the final that's going to be back in Joburg, there's no entry fee for that. Your first entry fee is your entry fee all the way through. For the
Unless
series.
you choose to go and try and qualify somewhere
Cape
else.
Town, and then you'll pay again there.
Correct.
Do you understand?
Okay.
But I also wouldn't let the guys come, pay an entry fee, race one race and you're out.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the losers will all challenge each other. The winners, they don't mind to be one race and wait for a final.
100%.
You understand? Because they know they're in it to win it.
Yes.
And but I could still let the guys play a bit to give spectators a lacquer time for them to check also. Maybe this car might be a winner, that car might be a winner.
Who knows? Maybe on the day we even let the spectators decide which races they want to see. We give half an hour to that. If they feel that they want to pair me and you up.
Yeah.
They want to see that race. Because we never got a chance to race on the day.
Sure.
So let's allow that. It's different.
True. And what are you going to enter?
Surprise.
Come
What
to
are you
BM
entering?
6-cylinder.
No, there's no 6 cylinders. When you open a 6
Exactly,
cylinder,
they kick
then
you
I bring the
out.
beer.
No. No 6 cylinders going to happen there. Nothing at all.
A very close friend of mine, who, when you spoke about this on Cape Town, he smacked my comment. I'm going to come back to you on that. And I know he's going to stand with me, although he's your brother, Brian Peck.
Yeah. Talk to me.
Front wheel drive, rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
It's going to be a challenge.
No.
I'm telling you.
No. Never. If a rear wheel drive does not come with link suspensions, he's never ever going to be quicker than a front wheel drive.
Okay.
I can't see that. I've raced rear wheel drives, I raced front wheel drives.
So if we don't see a difference on the Joburg leg, then we leave it as it is.
Yeah.
But if we do, then
I'll
we're
have
going to
to-
do the Joburg leg again.
I'm going to have to rerun it.
Okay.
But I'm telling you now, I've spoken to proper technicians. I've spoken to a lot of people already before I planned this thing.
You can't speak to circuit guys about drag racing.
No. No. I spoke to people that know suspensions, Buddha. And the oaks that's really learnt about suspensions, they say, the moment you start operating on the rear wheel drive suspension, it will make it better than the front wheel drive. But if it's stock,
Okay.
if it's stock, makes no difference. If there's a lot of track bite, if there's a lot of whatever, that's going to make a difference.
I see you and me back here after the Joburg leg,
I don't think so.
having a chat and
Can-
hitting it out.
Can I tell you something also that I'll bet you now? There'll be 100 front wheel drives against 20 rear wheel drives. That's how many front wheel drives are running today on the streets.
100%.
So
Right.
how can I open up a rear wheel drive class and the numbers are in the front wheel drive classes? Number one.
Okay, let's suggest this. Let's leave it as it is.
Okay.
But when we have an entry complement, and we know that there's however many entries, let's then, because on your entry form, you will have put in what car you're driving. Let's then see from there how many rear wheel drives are there. compared to the front wheel drives.
Okay.
Because when I'm clear, yeah, I'm going to all my groups and I'm going to tell them, oh, with the rear wheel drive, you better enter.
But how many rear-wheel drives are left? That's a street car.
Yeah.
How many rear-wheel drives are left as a street car? Honestly, very few, very few, very few. I'll never believe that a rear-wheel drive is better than a front-wheel drive, or a front wheel is better than a rear-wheel drive on a virgin road with a normal street car.
Okay.
It's only depending on your power there and if you're going to get your power down on the ground.
Also depends on the driver.
Can he drive?
Can he drive? You know what DK stands for?
Donkey Kong?
You need to know what you're doing there.
Exactly. You come there, Malkop. There's a lot of drivers that lack a Malkop that just traps everything out of the car.
Yeah.
Comes there, he's going to fall out of the bus.
Yeah.
Bad. And this is what it's designed for. Absolutely. And Nazeer, thank you very much for coming out here today.
Only a pleasure.
Thank you for what
Thank you
you've
for
done
having me.
once again for the sport, and you will not be leaving the sport. And people, we'll have our rules shortly done. I reckon in the next 2 weeks I should have the rules done. I should have entry forms out. Sarah, see you Monday. Zitzman, see you Tuesday. I'll be at your workshops. Ismail Peck, National Motorsport Mzansi. Nazeer, Mr. Race SA, over and out.